What up, everyone? This is Konstantine, and we are about to start the first semifinal match of the Triscraft Cup, rather. And it's going to be between me, Konstantine, and Kifd. And it's going to be actually a Terran versus Protoss. I haven't really cast so many games recently, and it's because I've been playing as Terran rather than as random, and kind of been practicing in order to prepare for A, this game, and B, the rest of ladder, because I decided to switch to Terran. I was having some annoyance at having to play random because I'd get Zerg and I just insta-lose. It was pretty bad. So anyway, these are going to be best of 5 starting on Lost Temple, and Kifd is going to be Protoss. I'm going to be playing Terran. No race changes throughout this matchup, or this game. And so Kifd and I are spawning in the close air proximity positions. He is doing a standard opener. Moved his pylon a little to the side. If I scout that, I might actually get a little weirded out by that, and by it not being right here, because I might not see it and think I'm getting proxied. So I'm doing the typical thing in Terran versus Protoss, throwing down that supply depot. Not going to go ahead and wall off with that over here. Just pretty much, it's kind of risky to do a wall in against Protoss, because early stalkers can actually outrange or bunker Marines and make it impossible for you to really attack them. So Kifd looks like he's going to be saving up his chrono boost a little bit, as I'm experiencing a bit of lag. Usually by now I would have thrown down a couple chrono boosts, but then again I don't play Protoss anymore, so a little sad over that, just because playing random is a little more fun. So it looks like Kifd, missing a scout on the first 2, is going to finally make his way over here and realize that I am in fact at this position, not really doing much scouting other than that. My worker is all the way down here as well, having missed the scout on the way over. So I'm actually, I think I might be a little bit behind on this barracks and command center, just because usually you get that command center down. Actually, I don't know what's going on here. I'm at 16 food right now, or 17 food, and no, this timing was correct. I'm just clicking back and forth and being retarded. So anyway, sorry about that. So I'm doing the first thing I do against Protoss, try and scan or scout around the corners to see if there's any proxy pylons going down, although I didn't really check this corner, which was kind of a mistake, although I don't think I saw a probe over there. So it looks like Kifd is throwing down some chrono boosts on his Nexus, and I'm starting to steal gas now. Don't really remember these games all that much. They were played, I think, a day and a half ago, and I'm trying to cast them from a relatively even perspective. So stealing this gas, not so effective when it only gets to have health, although it will delay his second assimilator and kind of block him into going a few different, like a few more selective builds that really don't require that extra gas early on. So you should look to see me cancel this around 20 health to prevent it from getting that money investment loss. And yeah, I did cancel it there. So he's got his stalker out. He's throwing down, looks like a second gateway. Pretty typical opening. I've got barracks down with a tech lab. I built 2 Marines and then a tech lab. Just going to throw this bunker down just in case that there are some stalkers moving out, which in fact there are. So it's a good defensive play to do, knowing that a stalker can come in and mess with you. It's not going to kill you, but it could mess with you. Throwing down 2 more barracks or actually no, sorry, a Ghost Academy and a barracks and a refinery. I think the timing on this Ghost Academy is a little early. I refined my build a little bit after this to time that more in line with when I would be getting a Ghost out for the first time. That way I can save that worker and the extra money. A little bit supply blocked here. Kifd is queuing up some stalkers. Doing pretty good on his macro with just 1 gas still. So he's going for hopefully what looks to be some kind of 2-gate fast expansion, just based on the number of units he's made and the number of buildings he has. So he's going to poke up here and see that there's a bunker. Really didn't do any damage to him. He didn't really do any damage to me. There's only 13 damage off that bunker, which will eventually get salvaged for no damage or no money loss. So Chrono Boost going down on the side core after it finishes Warp Gate, always little funky. But I think that we just missed that warp gate finishing. So I threw down a scan here. That's good positioning on the scan. I saw that his gateway was over in this corner when I scouted, and so naturally I knew that there was at least a pylon here. I'd probably be able to catch some buildings. A good idea is to put your initial gateway here, and then stack all your tech over here or down here, and you might be able to get away with being missed on a scan. So Kifd looks like he's going to do a 2-gate push. It's kind of interesting. He's chrono boosting out those warp gates so he can actually make it about a 2.5-gate push. But I just finished the combat shields on my Marines. Stim pack is not quite out yet, so this push might actually be relatively effective if you can get up there quick enough. Although with that bunker out front, it's kind of hard. Zealots have a hard time fitting around this, and it's just presents all kinds of issues. Don't really have that many forces. I've already got 2 ghosts out, which all pretty effective. Not the most effective against these forces. Let's see if I can actually throw down a good EMP. So looks like there's the EMP going down. It's going to do a lot of damage. Kifd's going to be able to just back out. He's losing about 4 or 5 zealots. Didn't really lose any stalkers there, maybe 1 or 2. I'm pushing out now. I don't know if this is the best idea, but I feel like I have an advantage now, I guess, and going to continue to pump Marines. It's something that I do once I get 2 or 3 ghosts out. Wow, look at, if you saw my cursor for a second, it turned into like a stack of coins. If you get 2 or so ghosts and you're starting to push, I don't really like to reinforce with ghosts because they take forever to build. And there we go, that's a good scan. That was a horrible EMP. I only hit 2 units, and then Kifd's gonna have just way too many forces right here. You can see I'm stimming in to try and take out some of these probes. That's a pretty good play, I think. It's going to take some time off his mining. I don't know, where's the EMP? There needs to be, oh, there's no energy on this guy. At least he should be sniping. So, not going to be any real forces. This is bad. He's going to EMP at the last minute. Nice EMP, Ghost. Wow, that's horrible play by my part. So, losing all those forces there is going to really hurt me here, because all I'm really macroing on is I'm throwing down 2 more barracks. I've got my expansion going down. So the one thing that's in my favor right now is that I was able to take out about 5 probes, and Kifd's now had to put guys back on, so he lost a few seconds on that. But he's already got a Colossus out, and really all I have to defend is Marines. If he pushed up right now, it'd be a very close battle. And the worst thing you want to do is try and fight Colossus with a very low numbers. So they just eat through Marines. And even Marauders if they're in too low a numbers. So I'm not really sure what Kifd's doing here. I'd like to see him maybe push out. Although the high ground advantage here will be pretty effective. He doesn't know that I don't have any ghosts out right now. Wow, I am throwing down a lot of barracks. And I'm also getting 3 tech labs here, and this looks to be a reactor. Okay, and I'm throwing down a factory. I'm a little upset at myself for doing this. This seems like it's a little too much macro. I like this 6 barracks without this factory. I know I'm probably going to not use this factory. I'm probably going to go straight to a starport. But on one base, you really can't support unless you just do a single starport naked, which I think is what is going to happen. But I'm also throwing down an engineering bay. I'm just playing like I have a lot of gas. Oh, and Kifd blocking this command center from landing. Going to get the surround with the SCVs when I could have easily brought these forces down. So now Kifd's positioning his forces out front again. So, you know, it's a strong play to take this position right here, any kind of moving, but I don't really like it with this, you know, short distance for air attacks. He doesn't have any air units. He's only got 2 gates, so any kind of quick drop is really going to be vulnerable. It looks as though his window for attacking is slowly passing away as I get more and more Marauders out. Yeah, I'm macroing pretty heavily off of, yeah, I'm a little bit behind. Like these 2, I don't really think that it needed to be a reactor. Maybe these could both be tech labs and just making Marines and then Marauders if I need them. Although I am getting a medevac out. See, with this this setup, I'm going to be able to reinforce really well, and this army is not going to be able to reinforce very well at all, and it's really going to rely 100% on whether or not Kifd can control his Colossus well, which I know that he can. He's a very excellent Colossus controller. That was a little gay. But it looks like I've got 6 Marines and a Marauder. Oh, and I'm pushing out. This is a little bad of a time to push out, especially when I'm going to have to stim out of there. Hopefully I can save that Ghost. Ghost needs to turn around an EMP. There's an EMP going down on top of the Colossus. The problem with, going Ghosts against this kind of army is that there's no energy to be destroyed, and it looks like I'll be losing this expansion. I need to pull these workers out, although I am taking these in. I'm actually not attacking until I get them into the mineral line. That way he has the least amount of time to react, and he's barely now reacting. He's trying to fight with some of them. He's going to get these workers out. He's got my expansion taken out almost. It's going to burn down before I can get any workers on it. Alright, so I don't know why I'm moving forward. I'm trying to take out this. That's that's so bad to watch. There's too many zealots in this army. You need to turn around and EMP that army and then use some micro here. EMP, there it is. Yeah, there's the stim. And so now these zealots are just going to be going down individually, and I need to, I stimmed those units. Oh, I need to back up now. The thing that's nice about Marine Marauder is with stim, they're actually faster than the Colossus. So if you just run around and pick off the units, like, yeah, the Colossus have longer range. Oh, it's bad rally points. I'm trying to rebuild my forces. I have money and he doesn't because I'm taking out his base. And he's got his probes down here. I don't know how much money he has. He has 310. So these are pretty much all the forces he's going to get. He's trying to get another Colossus out. And, oh my goodness. He is going to take out this army. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is looking bad. Like I'm going to have to GG out. I have watched these games, seeing as I played them, so I'm not going to spoil anything. But this is a pretty interesting game. Really shows the dire straits you can be in as a Terran. And it's funny, I was complaining about myself having this many barracks earlier, as Kifd just destroys them. But the fact that I have so many barracks in this awkward position is really allowing me to mine some. I really should be mining more. Oh, and I just brought back that medevac to try and reinforce my army a little bit. And right about now is the point where I know I'm going to really have to go in. I don't know why Kifd is taking out these buildings. He should really be targeting my main force, especially with those Colossus. There's not really much I can do if he walks forward and then back. And this army now is actually pretty devastating because the Colossus are going to be focus firing the SCVs. And while the SCVs are important for me, because I've already taken out his, it's not as important. And he has his probes in this army as well.